Hi, this is Barbie. I have decided I was going to do a quick little video and test out my videoing abilities, which may not be very good. So anyhow, hopefully you can understand what I'm saying, and I will try to make it as fast as possible. I've already prepped everything, so I don't have to ink and cut and do all that kind of stuff. So this is what we're going to basically do. This is made from an envelope that I've tea-dyed, and it's a legal envelope. I just glued this flap down and folded this up to approximately, I think it was, well, it doesn't matter. You can fold it up whatever you want. I mean, it's up to you. Then I slitted the little top open here with my paper cutter so I can put a tag in there. Excuse me, that was the prep for it. Okay, and then I made a tag to go inside, like so, and I collaged that one. And everybody knows how to collage. That's not a big deal one way or the other. And this I made from a napkin that I had bought, and I thought they were so cute. And I made it into like a large stamp, and then I used my little postage stamp and stamped on here, and anyhow I thought it turned out pretty cute, and that'll be like for putting in there for another little tag, which you can then journal on the back. Then also I did some stamping on the sides of the envelope, which I'm going to do to give it a little bit of interest, and I did nothing to the back because I'm going to glue that down into my journal. Okay, and this is an iris. I don't even know where I got that from. Put a little washi tape on there to support this up here since the envelope isn't very thick. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, to start out with, I just have some miscellaneous stamps. Anything that you want to use is fine. I'm going to just go ahead and use my vintage photo, which is out. It doesn't make any difference. So you're just going to stamp all over it. I like the vintage photo because it's not real stark. It just puts some interest in the background. And then also I like to put a little bit of cursive pretty writing on top. Just gives it a little bit more interest. And you don't have to stamp anything except the sides, of course. Okay, then after that, I have chosen this pretty little picture of a lilac. And as you can see, I tore the sides, did a bit of distressing on it. Okay, I think I'm just going to use my glue stick. It's quick and easy, and it works great. Okay. There you go. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and glue down this flap that I've put here for a pocket. Just put a little bit of glue on. I'm using the you can use any glue you want, but this has a nice little easy tip. What am I trying to say? I can't talk. I shouldn't do a video this late in the day. It's hard enough for me to think in the morning. So, excuse my stammering. Okay, this is art glitter glue. Okay, now we've got a little pocket there. Next thing I'm going to do is to decorate this up. So I've used some fabric, and I think I'm just going to use the art glitter glue. You can use that, or you can use Fabri-Tac, either one. But those two work the best, I think, for fabric. And glue that down. Okay, it's time for my little bunny. This cute little bunny. I got it from oh my goodness, it's got the paint on it, it looks like. Oh well. That looks kind of normal there, but I didn't realize there was a little spotch of paint on it. I got this from, let's see, it was a glue-on sticker or something. That this was on the package anyhow, and it was showing the different bunnies you could buy, so I'm just repurposing it. Again, I'm going to use the art glitter glue. Works really good. It's fast tacking. And put it down. Okay. There you go. That's done. Oh, I did forget to do this. I'm going to put a little bit of ink around the edges just to, you know, outline the edges a bit. It's not necessary, but you can do it or not. Okay, now, next thing I'm going to do is, I've got this little piece of scrap paper. It's a cardstock. And I thought that'd make a really cool little tuck to put in there. And I'm going to put some journaling paper in there, which is some scrap that I had. And I'm going to go ahead and do all edges, considering the fact that you can take it out and, you know, so you're going to be able to see all the edges. And I've already sewn the paper together. You can glue it together. It's not necessary to sew it, but it makes it really good to hold the papers together, so you don't have to worry about paper coming out. Okay, this is the paper. This is some leftover paper I had in my junk bin. And I decided that I think I want to put a little something on here. This is just a little piece of fabric I sewed on there. Again, it's just to hold it all together. I think I want to do a bit of stenciling on there. And I had a little rabbit stencil, which I thought was cute. If it's not too big. I don't know. That one's cute. I think I'm going to do that one. Yeah. There you go. Alrighty. And then before I put this in the little book, I'm going to glue this. It's a little postcard. It has a little girl on the back, but I think I'm going to do the postcard. I hate to glue over the top of her pretty little face, but I'm going to do it. Okay. Now, leaving a little bit of an edge. It looks about right. Yep. Okay. Then, because we have a little bit of a blank piece up here, I think I'm going to just glue a piece of the same fabric that I took off of this little swatch. I'm just going to put it up there to give it a little bit of texture. Again, I use the art glitter glue. Let me get my scissors. Now also I have some fabric, fray check. Some of this fabric is really ravelly, and so to keep it from continuing to ravel, I use the fray check around the edges because I like the little fringy looking stuff. And this, when it's dry, you won't see it, it dries clear. But it just stops that from fraying any further. Get it at Walmart or any place. Amazon. Not hard to find. It's called Freight Check. Okay. Now, got that done. Next thing we're going to do is glue our paper in. I like to give it a little bit of distance away from the fold there. And I think I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac on this since it's holding the paper in. And I want to make sure it's really glued well. All right. Let's see here. Put a little line of glue across there. Oops. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, that's done. So as you can see, once you've decided everything you're going to use, it comes together really, really quick. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is make my card. It's going to go in here. And I think I'm going to make a little bit of a hole there, just because. As you can see, it's kind of fiddly if you don't have something to grab onto. And I don't want to do a lot. I mean, a big chunk, but something. It's about center. Okay. Make sure it fits. Yep, that's good. Okay, this is what I've chosen to put on the card. So I think what I'm going to do is just put my glue, stick all over the card itself, which I cut out of some leftover file folders, which works as a good tag type card. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to flip this over because I know basically where I want it. So I'm going to flip it over. And I don't care if I cut a little bit of the butterfly off. I'm going to put it about like so. Okay. I'm going to cut around it. I try not to ever have to put a piece of paper directly, where it just has to be right on the edge unless I have to, because this is so easy to stick it on and then you can just cut the excess away from it. Which for me, it's a lot less stressful than having to measure everything. This is about having fun. Okay, that looks pretty good. So then I want to round the edges. And I like to do that basically because it slides in the pocket a lot easier without hitting the corners. And I just think it looks a little bit better. I don't do it all the time, but most of the time I do. Put a little bit of ink around the edges. Like so. And you can always embellish this a little further if you'd like. Put a name tag or something down here, which I may do. Okay, then I found this really pretty colored leaves. It's a painting, I believe. And I thought that would work really well just as a bottom to the tag. So, I'm going to, again, put my glue stick on there. And put it on the tag. Okay. Now it's just a matter of cutting the leaves off, excess, and there you go. Okay. I'm going to ink up a bit. Yeah. Don't like it to be too inky, but a little bit to cover the edges. Okay, that's done. And now we need a top. I've got some cut out pieces here. A little tab. Okay. Now this I usually use the this glue because it just seems to make sure that, I want to make sure it sticks together good. I like a little bit of the shoulder to stick up. And that needs to go over a little bit. That looks pretty good. Yep. Okay. Then put a little bit on this side. Any edges that might be trying to come up or whatever, glue those down at this time. Okay. And then you just put it in your little envelope. You got a cool little piece of ephemera to go in your book, your journal rather. I think it turned out pretty cute. Let me know what you think, and I'll be doing some more tutorials when I get everything all set up. Hopefully this comes out good, and of course you can take more time and you can add little phrases, words, etc., which I'm not going to do. Everybody understands how to do that. Just was going to show you how I used a old legal envelope. Hope you come back and see me again, and I will be putting up more videos shortly.